prepared. Damn, earmuffs flipped off. It's cold, so I'm putting my South Pike sweater on to be warm. I gotta make sure I bring. We'll be home. Let me open these windows. One thing I try to do is never like take yourself away or limit yourself to sunlight. If you could try to get some sunlight. The bus late. What is this bus driver doing? But if you can try to get yourself some sunlight, get yourself some sunlight. What's good? Welcome back. What is this piece of paper? I don't know what that's for. Came a long way from the metro. I can't get my thing up. Come on. Happy Monday. Put some good energy, some good intentions into your day. And most importantly, into your week. Oh, it's so windy or drafty in here. Came a long way from the metro. Let's see what we can get done. This here. Came a long way from the metro. Y'all should see how much I got done already. We had to rush back home, so I didn't get to set my setup. Ugh. Well, actually, I'm going to be working on this side. It makes the most sense. It's going to be weird, but I got to work on this like upside down. I need to actually push this. I don't have space the other way to work. That. I can tell, baby, I can tell. I can tell, baby, I can tell. You do. Ooh. I can tell by the night times. You keep up. Was good. We're getting the colors for the waffle rug. One more. Look how big this cake is that I made. That's a fat cake. I made this, I don't even remember. I made this last week, I think after a live, because I knew we was going to get into this. We got the mushroom rugs. What up? Y'all just hit my sewing machine. This is going to be the color palette for my waffle. Okay. We finished the mushroom mouse pad coasters. We got a little trio set going on. Make sure you cop. We're merging my website, so if you want to stick around and hear more about that, my yoga website and my craft page will be merging, so you can find all of my services, all of my wellness services, and all of like my craft stuff at ashleecrazyyoga.com. So I had to do an update with my business cards too. We're gonna do I want to try to get by, we got less than a week. March 1st, y'all already know Pisces season. We finna send out the new and improved newsletter. So we got headbands I was making. These are gonna be some really cute headbands. Card code, or not code, like mouse pads. You use them as coasters, but today we're gonna work on the waffle. I have a design picked out for this one more headband. I don't know if I want to stick with it though, so that's kind of the nice thing about drawing stuff out. You ain't gotta stick with it. So I'm gonna be using the reference image on my iPad. So let me set that up and throw this away. We finna elevate first. Busy day this morning. Need to make sure I grab my speaker. I had a class at the start of the afternoon, so I need to bring my music. Look at all of this music. I just remember when my son was little, he was saying that. This music. I have a video of him saying that he's too cute. Alright, everybody got dropped off at school and work, and now I must work. I can tell by the night times and the dry spells. I need to fix my scarf too because we was running. Where does it look? Is this my hair? No, that's the tag. See, there's a lot of. I'm gonna need to retie this, but I don't really care. Anyway, what's good? Welcome to the live. People be saying they join my live, but then y'all don't comment, so I don't know if you here or not, or just to say hi. Then I could be like, "What's up? What's good? What's good?" Ooh, I had a good, fun Saturday, and then I bruised my fucking heel. I got like granola, like you know, how popcorn can get stuck to the top of your roof of your mouth. I was eating yogurt. I feel like I got some granola. Anyway, so Saturday we went to a apothecary shop, and we went to a crystal metaphysical shop. That was fun. And then we took my son has been asking about this milkshake place. We usually go there when we're on that side of town, but we made a special trip. And most of the stuff is over there. My hands are cold. Most of like the stuff is over there that we like to visit, like the coffee shop, the milkshake place. If you're ever in the area, you gotta get the s'mores milkshake. That's what I got from my son. And it's got like they no, that had to be somewhere else. They had like little chocolate chip. This one they toast two marshmallows on a stick and they'll put that in there. It's snowing over here too. And then like they'll put like a graham cracker in there and then like a little drizzle. It's really good. The s'mores milkshake is what I get my son. And then like we were over by the coffee shop I like to visit. So I got me a little vanilla latte, you already know. And then we went to the crystal shop. The crystal shop was like two different buildings. I'm so mad too. I wanted to visit this crystal shop. It was my first time in there. We got some pyrite. My husband got opalite or something. This is a really nice rainbow looking one. Look at this one. You got to see it casted in the sunlight. It has like a nice shine on it. We're letting that charge. I got pyrite and one more. It was one more that just kind of spoke to me, which was crazy. It was like, oh, this one looks kind of cool. What is this about? Oh, it sparks creativity. I'm gonna put it over in my craft space. So keep that creative energy flowing. So we got a few crystals. I didn't get anything else. I'm trying to think. I got oils. Then we went to the other shop that is a part of the same crystal shop. It's like it was weird how they explained it. A 30-second walk. It was like a little village of a bunch of small shops with like literally the brick asphalt. I don't even, the floor outside was bricks. It was like a little village kind of feel. Then they had another crystal shop of the same company, like a 30-second walk. And then I got some eucalyptus and rosemary because the weather has just been in a weird swing. So just trying to get stuff for like respiratory health, you know. Then I went to an apothecary shop. I'm going to be putting together some long form videos for y'all. I need to make sure my computer is good because there was like an issue with memory. But I've been trying to take little clips so y'all can see, and I might do like a voiceover or something. And we'll finally get back to like long form content. Since I'm not on Facebook or Instagram anymore, this is the only place you can find me. Here, make sure you join my newsletter. We're going to be sending out a newsletter March 1st. I got to get on that. There's going to be a lot coming in this newsletter, but we're going to get to talking about that in a moment before I drift off. So you can find me on YouTube, TikTok, same name, or stay in touch with my newsletter. I'm not going to extend myself to over 10 platforms. Facebook and Meta want to be weird. I think my account got hacked and some shit. All of them pictures and shit is just gone. And I don't really give a fuck, okay? If I'm not paying for it and don't own it, aparigraha. And I was thinking about getting that as a tattoo. Non-attachment. I'm not going to attach myself to these platforms. I'm like, If you really want to fuck with me, really want to stay in touch, just join the newsletter. You got to go to my name, Ashlee, with two E's, ASHLEE, CrazyYoga.com. And then you go to the contact page, and then like you can send me like a message, add me to the newsletter. I'm in the process of merging both of my businesses. So the yoga page and the craft page will be one, and we're gonna have some fun newsletters. So getting into the newsletters, and then we're gonna get to crafting in the other room in a moment here. Newsletters are going to be packed with a lot of fun stuff. Reiki teacher trainings coming up. We have one in April and we have one in October. The Reiki teacher trainings you can join at my office or virtually. We're going to have our yoga and wine that happens quarterly. We have that 4 times a year. Yoga at Plant Shop. My friend's Plant Shop will be doing that. And then there's the opportunity, if you choose and if you are of age, to partake in the wine tasting uh, after class. I think if before or after you can do the wine tasting, but all of those updates will be in the newsletter. So events coming up, markets are coming up in April is when I start my market. So if you're local in Wisconsin and you trying to pop up, because I love it when I get to meet you guys, see you guys in person, I'm going to be putting together a market lineup for the year. April, May, June, and August and September is when I'm gonna have markets. So I have like about 6 of them, two in 2 months or something, and they're spread out. I lost track. Anyway, I have a spreadsheet keeping track of that. But so everybody can be in the know, and it'll make it a seamless merge. That's where you can find all of the information. So sign up on the website. I'm going to have to transfer like 1,000 emails over. So um I'm just transferring the emails of people who have done business with me or just wanted to sign up in the past like 10 years. It's going to be about 1,000 emails I need to move over to our new mailing system. So we're going to be popping up more in your mailbox, but it's going to be intentional and not crazy. Okay. There'll be YouTube updates. I'm going to be trying to do more, like at least maybe once a week, a long form video so you can see my apothecary I've been starting, getting more into herbs. I finally found a place that seems reputable as of now. Things switch up, but I found a nice apothecary place to begin buying my herbs so I can make my own medicines. I am not trying to buy medicines that do one-time use things, or like don't you can overdose if you take this, and like it's just been like a weird swing of weather, sinuses and things like that. So I want to prepare more so for that too. So if you are interested in how to make your own medicines, how to make your own cleaning stuff, I'll be getting more into that. I did like there are some videos on there how to go zero waste, etc. on my page already, but we're gonna do it in like more of a newsletter format. You know, maybe even start a Substack. I was figuring were some people in the past that had reached out about writing for our studio, like writing like little health footnotes. That may be something in the future too. So y'all just stay updated. I appreciate y'all for being here. If you want to just stay on this page, that's cool too. Make sure you like and subscribe. Good morning, ripping and so on. I hope you caught all of that. Join my website for newsletters since I'm not going to be posting on Facebook and Instagram. They just deleted my account one day. I've been trying to appeal a post. They won't tell me what the post was on Facebook, Instagram, whatever it was. I think it was in Facebook. Your account will be banned or something. I said, okay, so what do I need to appeal? Your replay. It wouldn't tell me what I needed to appeal. I'm like, I'm writing this message, but I'm not sure what I need to appeal for. I'm not gonna play the Mark Zucky's up game. Then I got a message last Tuesday, like all of my Instagram and Facebook accounts, even the burner account, the Sean Strong account, um, was deactivated. I'm like, so what even happened? And then they realized they messed up. They turned off like my billing. They were paying me, but they were paying me like 10 cents, bro, for the reach of, I think, the studio page. They don't, I don't know. Facebook for me was not, they I know there's a threshold, and low key they just probably gonna keep that money anyway. So maybe I need to do some karma to send that way, because I'm probably never gonna get that money. I didn't make enough. You know how you have to make like enough on YouTube or whatever? There's probably like a threshold you have to hit on Facebook, but every month Facebook would be like, you made this like 10 cents for, I'm like, I don't even post on there like that, or like videos. Every time I post a video, you shouldn't use this music. So I'm like, I'm not even gonna fuck with this, okay? I'm gonna stick to TikTok for posting like my short form videos. And then if you wanna see me live, you can come here. If you wanna see me in person, there's information on that. That's gonna be all in the newsletter. But it's just, they realized they messed up and they're like, oh, it looks like your Facebook account was hacked. I was like, oh, okay. So make sure you log in and we can figure it out. I'm not finna log in and be like, ha ha, you still blocked. I'm not doing that. Y'all can keep my data anyway. China was doing, we ain't even gonna get into that. They was holding on to our information way better than whatever Meta got going on. Y'all can keep it. Y'all gonna use it for whatever anyway. I don't give a fuck. Make my new content. I'm gonna make it on a platform that I actually pay for. So on my website, we may have some more exclusive stuff. So it is what it is. I'm not sweating it. Remember, aparigraha, non-attachment. I'm not attaching myself to materialistic things. Oh, it's the numbers, and like if you really fuck with me, the people will find you. Okay? They was mad. I really feel like these platforms are mad. I don't get paid directly from these websites. Like if they, and like remember with Meta, couple cents or whatever, I don't get paid directly from these websites. People reach out to me, and that's what they're mad about. They're the middleman, but they're not getting a cut. Yeah, I'm posting free content on here, but I'm actually having real clients, whether it be yoga or people interested in my art reaching out, and that's how I make money on these platforms. And I know that's why they're mad. They trying to figure out. They gave me some very outrageous reasons of why my account was banned. And it's like, you can't appeal it anymore. I didn't even know what I was appealing, because they never showed me this is the post that was in violate. They never showed me that. So I'm like, bro, if you don't got it together, I don't even want to pretend. And the thing that what I was telling my friend who is helping me like merge my two businesses to one website, we've been in conversation and trying to work this out. This dog is always barking. Um, Lost my train of thought. That dog need to be quiet. I just I've always said like Facebook and Instagram is just full of my jealous friends and family. They don't ever share my stuff. They don't ever watch my stuff. They don't ever like my stuff. They only watch my story. And if I post the same thing about an actual post from my story, or you know what I mean? I share a post to my story, they're not going to go back and look at the post. So I'm like, that's probably the demographic I don't even need to be around. Y'all can keep that. My avenue of advertisement as a small business, we finna be on these two platforms. I'm finna rock it with YouTube and TikTok. I'm not gonna waste my time on any other platform that I don't pay for myself. I'm gonna be updating my website. That's the core way you can stay in contact with me. And if you local in Wisconsin, you know I service all 72 counties in Wisconsin. We gonna be doing direct mail advertisement. I'm gonna be drawing and creating my own ads. I'm not playing around. Y'all can keep it. Y'all can keep the platform. You can't ban me from mailing stuff. You know what's good? So we finna just go the old school way. How cool would that be? This is something I'm actually thinking about doing. I'm gonna have my own business cards at my office, but for people, because I want to reach the other counties that are not local. I love to drive and I love to travel. So if you're in Oconomowoc, I've been wanting to get out there with some clients. If you're in Oconomowoc, going to some senior homes or in-home in-home visits with clients, I love to travel. Um, Hit me up. I'm going to be sending some mail out over there. Utilize your local resources. Go to the post office, make your own ad, and send that out. I'm finna do that. I did that once when we were in South Milwaukee. I think I did it like once or twice. It's like a little over $100, and you can send out I don't even know, over 100 pieces of mail to either homes, residents, or small or other businesses in that zip code. I'm finna do that. You wanna play this game with the meta? I'm gonna read the comments in a moment. You wanna play this game and you wanna delete my accounts and my efforts of just doing free advertising? But I'm not gonna pay for the Google advertisement. I'm gonna go directly because most of my clients are in person, you know? And then people who find me, we do it online. It can all be coordinated, but utilize your resources if you need to hear this message. Do your direct mail if you're trying to hit up local people. Utilize that and get to people's zip codes, get to people's actual mailboxes. Utilize the mailing list. And me and my friend, we're also talking about maybe going on Pinterest. So I'm gonna update my Pinterest and start posting more of my art on there. I'm not gonna play around with Meta. Yeah, you should unsubscribe. You cleaned up your whole IG. Yeah. Meta, they just deleted it. I had y'all. If you've been rocking with me for a minute, you know about my Sean Strong account. That's my burner account. I said, what the fuck did that account do? That was when I had my haircut. If you remember, I had a low cut, and Sean, he would talk like this, and I was making like just funny like videos, and I had about 5 posts since I created that account. I really wasn't. That account got deleted too. So I'm like, whatever. What do I know they're doing something with the data? So I'm not even worried about that. But I'm letting you know there are other channels, there are other free ways to be able to stay in my community and be in contact with me. I'm not playing around Facebook and Instagram. And the Facebook thing, this is the craziest thing, bro. If you sell something, I get so many bots. I caught a bot. I have a story about how I caught a bot before we elevate. I need to get into that. I think the invoice is still kicking back to him like, don't forget to pay this, don't forget to pay this. Because this is the thing. I don't like Facebook because it'll send you bots rather than actual people. It'll be about, I will say, I can't really give a ratio, a 7 to 10 ratio. So 7, 8, 9, about 3 or 4 people, 3 or 4 bots will be in my mailbox, and then actual people will be in my mailbox. But then out of that ratio, 2 people will actually buy something. I hope that makes sense. Like getting people off of Facebook. I have made money from every platform that I've been on. I'm not playing around with the doom scrolling. So like I really want to host like actual lives and things with like my subscribers. So I'm like, this is what I did. I'm not gonna sell you an ebook. This is how I make money, even though I don't get paid off of this platform. YouTube, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, my email, all of these things that you're pouring energy to, you need to make sure there's a return, okay? And I mean, it's not gonna, I'm not no big YouTuber or whatever, but you need to make sure you're getting a return on these free platforms because they playing in your face, just letting your data sit out there. But what am I saying? With Facebook, how I got this scammer, we're gonna finish this story and then we'll elevate. um People will reach out. I had somebody like they'll reach out in my messages on my business page, but this time I actually had somebody get my number because I have my number out there, and they texted me, I'm interested in this, and they sent me pictures of my products. Okay. And this is why I'm like, I think my account was hacked or some weird BS, because some stuff being a different language, that didn't happen in this situation, but some notifications I get are in like I'm like, what the fuck, where's my data being shared? Think about that. Like for you, where's my data being shared? But anyway, this person texts me, I'm interested in these 2 things. I said, okay, great. Here's the website. Here are the links directly. So all you have to do is add to cart. I make it super easy. Here's the link to this coaster. And then they were looking at a painting. Very much so this. And then you can either select, I sent that, you can add to your cart. All you got to do is select, if you're local, you can come to my office and pick it up. Otherwise, it'll take you through uh, putting in your information, your shipping information, so I can ship it to you. Very simple on my website. Um, it's not working. They send you a fake thing. I get a response back. It's not working. Do you do PayPal? Here. What is your PayPal email? I pay for this website. We're gonna go through the website. It's safe and secure. Why are you trying to do the pay? They'll always do like this PayPal thing. Um, I said, well, they finally give me their email. So what is your email? They give me the email. I drum up an invoice through Squarespace. It's secure because they steal your money too. Squarespace, if you have a couple $100, FYI, if you have a couple $100 sale that you're about to do, Square will take at least $40 out. So make sure you buffer around your price value. If you have something that you're sending an invoice for a couple $100, you need a $40 buffer thing because they will take it out. Anyway, and so that's why I trust Square, because they take your money. They are about their services and they about their money. They gonna make sure they get their money first and then pay you. But anyway, so I send the scammer an invoice by email. Oh, if my website's not working, which it does, we're not going to do the PayPal way. Here's an invoice. All you got to do is go to your email, find the invoice, and you'll be able to pay it. And I'll have all of your mailing information, and we can get the product sent over to you. Right? It's not working. Square will let you know if your client has viewed your invoice or not. So I sent them a screenshot. I said, what does this say? And I underlined it. This person has not viewed the invoice. And then dumbly they fell into it. It says the person did not view the invoice. Oh, okay. So you didn't pay for it. What do you mean? And then they stop responding. Yeah, they can delete your page. I don't know. That's why I'm like, don't get attached. Aparigraha, non-attachment. Do not get attached to these social medias unless it's something you pay for. You know? Just you gotta be prepared. You gotta make sure you got other ways to contact people. It was crazy. I had a few orders sitting out there on my social medias, and it was crazy how I had to get in contact with some of my clients to make sure they got their stuff. One person, since they deleted my Instagram, my business, it was my anything that was attached to my phone number account was deleted, all of them. So it was on some BS. Um, They had sent me their mailing address and then my Instagram got deleted. So I couldn't even view. Okay, maybe I can't contact people, but I can't even view my damn mailbox. That's too controlling. Okay. So this person was paying me on Cash App. They were making payments to buy one of my products. FYI, if you're ever interested in my art and you see it on my website and be like, oh, it's a little expensive right now, I do payment plans. If you give me the first payment, I will unlist it from the website, okay? Nobody will be able to see it now that you're making payments on it. So I've always wanted to make my art and my services from the start accessible and affordable. So the one way, besides Instagram, I was contacting this person. They had sent me money to start paying off a rug that they were interested in. So I had to send that person $1, and in the message I put, please email me, and I put my email in there, and that's how I was able to email them and re-get their shipping information. These are the hoops that Meta has made me jump through. And luckily my other friend, who we're going to be making like a cool plant rug in the future, we're going to do mon bro, I don't know plants, and I'm gonna butcher it. The Montestrellas or whatever, them big old leafy green plants. Thank you for the likes. My friend had my actual phone number, so she's like, "Girl, are you okay?" One and only person that reached out to me. Mind you, I have over 1,000 friends on Facebook. The one and only person that actually reached out to me and was like, "Are you okay? Like, I don't even see your pages or anything like that." That friend is the GOAT. So I'm like, it just shows you who actually is like looking out for you. What's good? Happy Monday. So I'm just letting y'all know where we're going to be kind of switching gears in the future. You can find me here and TikTok. I'm not going to spread myself on all these platforms. We did not miss the elevation. What's good? We had to get in that conversation, so I'm just letting y'all know. Um, I bruised my heel. Y'all want to see my foot? My foot is very ashy. We were running and I had my clogs. We were running out of the we went to a metaphysical shop and we were getting crystals and I was trying to run from Carrie, me and Bear. I had my clogs on. My fucking clog. This is my foot. This is the shoe. The clog, I don't even know. The clog slipped. I don't even know how it slipped, but it landed on the back of my heel and my heel is bruised. Don't pay attention. My foot is ashy. I got a bruise right here. I bruised my fucking heel because my clog and my foot, the heel ate the clog, bro. So I've been putting frankincense and lavender are supposed to help with bruising. I was like, damn. So I can't really put pressure on it, and I got 2 classes today I got to teach. So what Jeezy say? It is what it is. Desire, fire, and desire. Yeah, that was crazy. Yes, black people can bruise. We were running to the car. I shouldn't have been running in those shoes, but yeah. Wow. And honestly, here, the ops, they don't have the attention span to sit through my lives anymore. We dealt with that like last year. I was calling out PDF files, actual real life PDF files that I met, and people were getting upset about that. I'm like, we're not going to, me. I don't know about y'all, not my audience, but the apps. I don't know about y'all protecting, why y'all feel like you need to protect PDF files, but I was actively calling out PDF files and being like, this is not a safe place. And then, that was the whole situation of why I ended up moving my businesses. But I kept sharing that guy's mugshot. And I feel like that could have been a reason why people were reporting my page because like my meta, my Instagram, and I wasn't posting it on my Instagram, but I knew MFs were on my Facebook account. Why are you talking about this place? Because for anybody normal in the chat right now, you know how crazy that is to feel. I know if you're new here or if you've been here, how crazy it is to be in conversation with a PDF file and you and your child were holding hands just in a hallway talking to a PDF file before you even knew that they were one. And a month later, you see their mugshot on the Racine Police Department Facebook page. Your child was in breathing distance of this child person. And you don't think as a mom I would say something. Absolute stranger danger. And I feel like the ops were they were very mad. I'm like, oh, okay. Y'all are weird. When I realized y'all are weird and want to protect this man and want to protect the integrity of that facility, I think it is poor management or whatever the proper saying is to not let your clientele, your future clientele be made aware that this person was at the facility. He is no longer there, but I think they never put out a statement, which I felt was very unprofessional. Yes, something is up. I know my stuff is tapped and I need to look into, I've been like more into like the spiritual stuff. Like I've been tapping more into that. Like what do they say? It's like clairvoyance. I can feel the energy before it becomes into the physical. And there's no other way for me to put it. I can feel something before it has manifested. It's like a forewarning. And then yesterday, my discernment, my right ear was ringing. A few weeks ago, my left ear was ringing. And I'm like in a good flow state right now, like a good flow of alignment. But I need to look into My ear was ringing yesterday afternoon. I'm good. How are you? I'm just encouraging y'all to go ahead and join the mailing list. I'm going to be sending a newsletter out March 1st. Birthday March 5th. Okay, I want to do some type of birthday deal too. So there will be a nice little percentage off for my craft stuff. But I've always been about like, you're working on a blanket? Nice. Always been about giving back to my community. Yoga services, this is how I give back with my yoga services. And then how can I give back with my craft services, you know? So for instance, why Ashlee's Crazy Yoga is so important and so important to me, but also so important to the community. When you book with me and you come to my office, and if you bring canned goods, you automatically get 10% off your service. I want to start doing like a punch card thing. So that's going to be something else super fun to look out for. Make sure you join the mailing list. It's free. Go to the contact us page on my website, ashleecrazyyoga.com, and you can check that out. So, but yeah, that's one of the things. If you bring in a canned good, you get a discount. All new members this month who join a plan will get a free copy of my book, The Art and Truth of Transformation for Women. That's when I open my first studio. I still want to expand to a bigger facility so it'll be easier for me to offer all of these things again. I want to eventually create employment for people again, and hiring more instructors, getting like maybe a massage therapist, using my Reiki room again. Like you see me do this already. But I've just been looking on Craigslist and stuff and not letting the price think too hard about the price because I want to manifest for more. I yeah. I don't want to speak too much, but yeah. You did a post on your like Instagram. Yeah. I'm just trying to keep it very affordable. So yeah, that's a thing. Like if you have canned goods, so that I'm gonna like most of the businesses. See, this is the thing, bro. You want to say you're a small business, but then stay true with that. Your margin should be good enough where on here where it shouldn't matter if you give a little discount because you were already charging more than what the discount was worth, so you're not undercutting yourself, you know? So that was something else I needed to learn. These businesses, there was like a situation with the EBTs being cut off and stuff. And so for a limited time that they were only doing like a discount on stuff. I understand the food service places, they may be getting hit hard, not being able to keep up with the free meals that they were giving up. I'm like, you could still give like a discount. You know what I mean? But like let's say you're a service based thing. Why did you stop doing the deals if you say you care about your community? People do these like 2 weeks, maybe up to a month type of deals, but I'm like, you don't know how everybody's financial situation is. So every time you shop with me, there's always some type of serious deal you can catch, you know? Oh, I don't get paid till this day, or, everybody's situation is different. And so I don't want to do flash sales. I'm going to do like a sale for my birthday, but then there's going to be like an ongoing like month sale that I want to be offering for my craft thing. I used to do it by color. So I had to see what March is about, and then we'll do something about that. But I got some teacher trainings coming up I want to host, and I don't want to overlap my schedule too much with sales and promotions we're doing on top of the teacher trainings and workshops we got going. I'm trying to find a balance with that, but as I looked over the year to spread things out. So I hope that makes sense. Yes, the elevation. That smells good. I don't know. Some people don't like it. It was a nice strain. I wonder if I should pee now. Probably should pee now. So today, yeah, we did a quick elevation. We're gonna be just kind of starting the waffle rug today. These are the colors I'm gonna be using. Finished this like last week or a week ago. I finished the star. These are gonna be headbands. There's one more I'm gonna be, yes, things are happening. I need to get through this frame pretty quickly because like I was saying, my friend has asked me to do a commission on like one of those big old green looking plants. Montestrate, oh, you know what I'm talking about. They're going to be peanut butter and jelly, but for now, I got to play this one by ear. I need to finish this waffle first. He's the only one that's going to be getting carpet glue. The rest of them, I'm going to use like Eileen's or Elmer's. Aleen's, whatever, this brand. They got small bottles like this, the 3 ounce ones, for like $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. So get your ass over there. I'm just saying. This I prefer way 10 times over than Elmer's. So, but I still have Elmer's I'm going to use up. If y'all ain't seen my stickers, I'm not playing around, okay? I made them look more fancy. I used a little hot glue. We're going to be making more stickers to fill my little, I got a little spinning rack, you know, like an earring rack. Shit's, it's going to look fire. You hitting up the dollar. I'm telling you. I'm trying to tell you. I saw it. It was the Dollar Tree. I go to the Dollar Tree because they got good dupes for toothbrushes. Don't get the generic triangle looking ones. Get the ones with the soft bristles. Not microfiber. They have like some soft. They had a dupe of that. But like there's like an alternative you can find. Because everything at the end of the day is made by the same manufacturer. Okay? Thank you, Berserk. I really appreciate that. But yes, that's where you get the deal. Same with this mat. Get this mat. Get this little green mat. It's got a nice base or a bottom. How do I explain it? I've had this one for years. I don't know how to explain it. It'll sit down in a moment. But it's not flimsy, as you can see. Had a little base to it. So I'm putting it out there. Otherwise, I'm gonna pick from my list. I think I'm gonna try to pee so I can sit and squat for an hour and a half working on this. But I'm putting this out there. I have space on my next frame since I'm only doing a half frame. You know, this is as big as my frame is. I'm gonna do their flower on this side, their plant, but then I'll still have space over here. If anybody has ideas, I'm doing a half frame for 180. Um, so it's about the size of a doormat. So the next frame is gonna be split. So that's why I need to finish this up because somebody has already started paying me and I like to be respectful and timely. I don't play about dragging my feet with when somebody has commissioned me. So now we have a commission kind of it like lighting a fire under your ass or however whatever phrase you want to put, but like I don't play about, you know, somebody has asked me to make something, so I'm going to make sure I get this done. And this is going to be a good jump too. I'm hoping, see, this is the thing. I'm kind of eyeballing this. I'm hoping that these are the same size and you know, so I'm going to everything else is going to be Eileen's. This is going to be the only one that's carpet glue because this is going to be a floor rug. It's going to need stronger adhesive. Um, so I'm going to gently cut this out, but I'm going to leave like extra space at the tip. No diddy. Um, if I need to make it long, because I need to make sure it reaches the bottom and that, you know, it looks clean. So that's kind of been what's been like about me not finishing it like faster, but not faster, but like I have been trying to take breaks. Like this whole frame is done by hand. I'm not using a machine to do it. Yeah, something about the glue. Yes, and you can find stuff about crafting. Yeah, that mat I found, good mat, that big little green mat over there, that's good for table work. And then I got a bigger mat, that gray one behind my Hobby Lobby stuff. Oh, here's my crystal grid, but I'm not gonna flash it too. If you see it, you see it. I got more pyrite, or I got a new pyrite. I'll show you really quick. There was ones that had like uh how do I explain? I'm not trying to mess up my grid. They had a little piece of pyrite sticking out of the sediment, but I'm like, I want the whole thing. So I only paid 24 for that. And then they had other ones for like 18 when we went to the crystal shop. And then I got one of these. I don't know the name of it. I took a picture. It's got sparkles in it, if you can see it. It's nice. This one's also good for creativity. So I'm gonna set y'all up over here. I'm gonna try to go pee because then I'm gonna be squatting for a minute. So I'm gonna BRB. Okay. Put this here. Okay. I'm back. What's good? The moo. I know. These are low key too big on me. So like I kind of flop. They're gonna slide off. See? They're low key too big. I got an 8. I never know what size I am. I think Carrie's trying to give me some shoes. I'm not supposed to say that, but I think he's gonna give me some shoes for my birthday. I don't know. I really don't know. I said, well, because I haven't really brought shoes. That's why I just like wearing them, the chill hippie shoes, the clogs. I'd be wearing like Birkenstocks. I'm looking for my microphone. I'll be wearing slip-on stuff. Yeah, I hate shopping for my size because like I don't. I think my foot grew a little bit. Your foot always grows. Your feet after having a kid. Put this microphone here so y'all can hear me. So I was like a 7. I had a bunch of shoes that were like 7s. Then I thought I was a 7.5, and one pair of shoes, a couple of pairs of shoes actually are a little tight. Be on the lookout, honestly. I think I might be selling my Coach shoes. If you like Coach and are 7, I have some Coach like little boots. This is a Motivate spray. It's like a citrus one. Sweet orange and peppermint essential oil. I love like the spice. So if I don't light like an incense, this smells really good. I have a Motivate one, and then I have another one that says Purify. I'm not playing with the manifestation stuff though. These were the pine cones. I never showed y'all the pine cones I've been saging with. These are ones I just found outside. I got these, and then there was like a little one I had. Anyway, No games. I need to turn on my photos so I can see the waffle. Tonight I'm going hard. More obstacles. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all. We gotta flip it and remix it. I think the photo was not reversed. I don't know what's gonna happen with this. I hope the shading makes sense. That's one thing we're gonna pray about. That's the photo I'm working on. So I'm gonna be looking at that image. But I gotta work on it upside down because if I sit over there, that's gonna be too far. Go back. It's gonna be too far for me to lean over. So I'm gonna sit on this side and probably work over here. So I got my chair. I'm gonna sit on this side or this side. FYI, it's already 8:48. I wanted to do this last night, but I literally just finished the entire. It's gonna be fun to shade. I know. I am looking forward to that. I wanted to start with the butter. I don't know. I just wanted to start with the butter, but the dark brown is what I'm looking forward to. I'm cold. Tonight we're going hard. This is going to be my spring drop though, so I'm excited about that. A lot of fun spring things. I want to restock my Be Kind t-shirts. I think I have a medium or a large. I have to double check them. I have it on. Hold on. Y'all are on my microphone. Let me show you. Oops. I'm not trying to flash y'all. Promise. I'm not trying to flash y'all. Where is it? I want to restock these too. These are my Be Kind t-shirts. I have one more of these left. They say Be Kind on it with a little mushroom as the eye. If you can see that from here. We're gonna have like a whole mushroom theme. And that's like what I've been trying to create for the last few years. Like this is in real time how long it takes to make collections and to build an inventory all by hand. No machines. Well, the machines I use by hand as well. So if you think of it like that, cold. The Be Kinds are t-shirts. They're V-neck t-shirts. They're cute mustard color. Obviously, in the mustard, if you can see in the corner, it's gonna match the star headband. I low-key want to keep this one though. I low-key want to keep all my stuff. Like if I'm not trying to be like that, but y'all know. Okay, light yellow for the very top. Then there's like a line of yellow. Then we need like this is all butter. Or was I going to make the syrup that color? See, that's also an issue. As I look at the images, I'm sorry, that was like a lot. If I look at the images and I look at my colors, very top of the waffle is going to be this color. The very dark of the waffle is going to be this color. Inside the whole shade, like this has to be the color of the syrup. I don't, and we may use this brown. That's kind of two different lightings. That has to be syrup. But there needs to be like a yellow undertone. And the other ones just look too whatever. I got this bright SpongeBob yellow, but I don't want to use it. I'll show you. I don't really have a change from this to this. This looks cute. But it's not going to match. There's this yellow or this yellow. Then it starts to kind of look wonky. I got these two yellows. Wait, should keep a little bit. I do keep a little bit, like my purse. And then when it gets warmer out, y'all see my jean jacket. And now that pink and orange scarf, the Darling I'm Dying hoodies, these two hoodies I be wearing. I wear those to like my markets and stuff. It's just been cold, so it kind of look like I'm not advertising because I have a coat on or I got like this thing that be warm. But I'm like, now that I think about it, I do have a few things, at least 5 things. And this T-shirt, the Be Kind T-shirt, most of the T-shirts I have, I usually keep the T-shirts, I feel. But I'm excited to restock those. See, this is way off. We don't need this color. And then this is too yellow. This doesn't match at all. There's no in between from these two shades. So to give the illusion of, I have no idea how much we're gonna get done today. To give the illusion of syrup pouring on, like brown syrup pouring on yellow butter. I have no idea what I should do. Come closer, my friend. I feel like I need to bring this closer so I can see. Hopefully this makes sense. Almost fell off my chair. This is what I'm trying to do. These shades you see in the yellow butter, obviously the top is going to be this color, but then what is like that little L? You see that L on the butter? Do I keep that color? Because then what color is the syrup you see sitting underneath? There isn't another brown, because then we need to make it, there's syrup, oopsie, syrup over here, So, excuse me. That is the problem. This yellow, I have only brought, I think, one yellow since like 2022. I've used everywhere you've seen this yellow. I want y'all to see. I be making a joke. I can make the dope scratch. Like I say it like Sean. I can make the dope scratch. Cause we just did the yellow lilies painting. That was some yellow. I'm pretty sure I used that light yellow. And there's other projects with yellow. The yellow for him's eyes were this yellow recently. I can't think of what else right now, but I've never brought another one of this color. I've been working off of one skein. I'm like, there's nothing in my room because most of my stuff is at the office. I'm pretty sure Courage is teeth. I made Courage in like 2023, bro. 23 or 24. The Courage, the Cowardly Dog rug I made, his teeth were this color. I did, well, you can't go back on my Instagram. I did peanut butter and jellies coasters a while ago, and I'm trying to get a head start because those sold first market I brought them to. So I'm trying to restock like staples, things I see people like not rebuying, but like being able to sell it to a couple different people. A lot of people like my evil eye coasters, so I try to make sure I always have those in stock so somebody else new can find them. But like always having my coaster stock because people like coasters. They like the smiley face ones, my globe ones I make. Instead of Earth, I like to call them globe coasters. Um, the cookie ones, and I've got some fun markets. I'm so excited. I'm like, if you've seen the one where the guy he throws his EBT card on the table, bro, what the hell is that? He's like slapping the table, do 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 do. Right? I didn't want to slap my frame. But as soon as the registration sign up comes up, I'm signing up. Like, this is my favorite market. I do all year. As soon as it comes out, me with my card. Because it's an affordable market too. It ain't no crazy price. I'm not doing no crazy markets this year. There was one, bro, this one market, this is crazy how I've been working with my manifestation and now I can speak about it that it's already has happened. I've been trying to do like a lot of money manifestation stuff, right? So the one I can speak about, I got quoted a market for the season was like $320 or something like that. I'm like, I don't have $320. The market doesn't even start until, was it Sundays in June? June for the whole season until like October. Um, I'm like, I don't have like $300. And then kind of the off-putting thing was, well, you can just sign up with a credit card. I'm like, you want my money this bad? Kind of put like a weird taste in your mouth, you know? Like, you want my money this bad, you would want me to go in credit card debt. I'm like, it was crazy because then I got the money and then some because I've been really trying to manifest. I don't know how to explain it, bro. When you get down this path of the manifestation stuff, you can see some crazy stuff happen. It was like, I think I had like one more day and I actually got paid. And I was like, just the way that you said I could have went in credit card debt to still be able to sign up for it was a little weird to me. So I'm like, I don't want to do that. So the most expensive market I've paid for this year is 60. And that's where I'm going to keep it at. There's one more market I need to pay in March, and that's for one in August. I get that they need it. I'm getting like a little cold right now. Let me zip this up. I get that they need the money in advance, but I'm like, the advertisement is not a couple $100. It's never that serious, bro. Unless you're doing like what I was explaining earlier about the direct mail, you are not spending over 100, 200 max. What type of advertisement are you doing? Are you getting it in the Chamber of Commerce? Like, where are you putting the advertisement where you would need a couple $100 besides pocketing it? So I get that it was for the season, but then it was just a little off putting. I could have had more markets. I did that last year, but I'm like, I'm going to try a different approach. We're going to just do the direct mail thing. I'm going to just do that. And that would be kind of cool to start quarterly. Hmm. It's a lot of shades. Trying to maybe condense the shades. We're just going to start with the butter. This is what I was going to do last night, but it was like I'm actually going on 10 by the time I finished the star headband. I got to wait for everything to be finished. This is the type of frame I got to wait for everything to be finished and then slowly start cutting things out. This is going to be, we're going to get the waffle one done first because this one needs to be done with carpet glue. So to leave it intact so it doesn't warp, I'm going to really try to only get the carpet glue on this portion of the rug. I don't want it to be dripped because you don't need to wear carpet glue on your head, okay? You know, that's why you use different types of glue. Anywhere where your skin would be, you know, I'm not trying to have that type of, it's not cross contamination. You shouldn't be having those types of glues near your body. This is a rug for the floor. So I'm going to put that there. After that gets cut out, backed, it's pretty much done because it's been punch needle. That's the nice thing about punch needling. Oh, it takes so much longer than using a tufting gun. I just got to do a couple snips on the front. I'm done. I don't got to shave the rug, carve it. I ain't got to do all that. It's done. From the front side, if you could see it from the front, then you should see it from the back. I'm being ugly. But that's the nice thing. Yeah. It's the long front process, but the finishing process, the beginning process, the finishing process, real quick. What take the longest is the drying time.
But I feel like there'll be way more opportunities to come up. So I'm not worried about no $300 rug. I'm sorry, $300 market season thing. I was able to join a free market. Yeah, it was slow. And this was their first, like last year, their first year of starting that market. I'm like, it was free. I just paid the gas to get me over there, whether I made profit or not, it was still a free event. It's like I just drove somewhere and I'm okay with that. So I'm like, I had like an opportunity like that. So I'm always just be open to receiving stuff, not in a specific way, but you know, feel like they're open to the possibility, the opportunity, the optimism. I'm gonna get something. It's gonna be good, and it's always gonna be for my highest good. And your kindness. Don't forget, your kindness is your currency. Okay? Sean finna, Sean finna take y'all to school, head ass. Your kindness is your currency. Couple of times, like, was it last week or the week before? I don't remember. But I was going to Dunkin'. I usually get like a medium, right? They charged me for a medium, but like twice in 1 week they gave me a large, bro. Kindness. I'm always saying hi. I'm always smiling. How are you doing? But I'm not being like one of those overly people. Like every time I ask or every time like I talk to people, it's always in like an intentional way. I'm not expecting anything in the end. And then those unexpected blessings were always expected at the end of the day. Just because you are genuinely a nice person, it has to happen. The sun has to rise. If you're a nice person, it's going to end good. You have to think like that. Like, that's what I'm trying to explain. Damn, it's 9:05. I was like, I don't know how much we're going to get done. If we can get the stick, at least this stick of butter done, that'll give us a nice little jump. It's just weird. I got to look at this upside down. If I change the image upside down, that might help. But I'll never know what's the right side way. We're going to have a lot more fun stickers. Um, Once I get this frame done and we get started on the whatever, y'all know what I'm saying. I'll be too chopped. That green plant, I'm gonna break it down one day and actually read the word. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes if I'm just breezing over something, I be making up my own words. Sometimes, probably chopped, but once we get to that project and I can move this from off the floor and leave it on, clamped to my workstation table. I don't know what I was getting at. I have no idea what I was about to say. Once I get to that, I don't remember. Oh, then I'll be able to do sticker work and stuff. My table should be a little more clear. I know I'm going to need to buy more green yarn. Maybe. If I'm tufting with it, I feel like it's going to go fast, so that's a little bit of an issue. They want like a splattered kind of version of the plant where it's not a solid green leaf plant. I think they were showing like shades of white, a little bit of pink. You know how plants be having them different leaves. So we may be able to extend the life of the green yarn I have, or I may need to go and get green yarn. I don't know. Basically, I don't know if I'm going to have enough to start the project at home or need to shop for supplies first. I'm going to get it stretched, and that's going to have to be one night. I'd like to start this next week or middle of the week after. So that's the type of pace I'm trying to work on. Today is Monday. We could get this done potentially Saturday, potentially. You know, we already started on the butter, so I'm like, butter kind of seemed like a small thing of this. And I don't know, that's kind of heavy. If I want to add one more coaster set, I might be able to fit, you know. I want to do some skeletons because I got a little more white yarn. It's an off-white yarn, and it's like a brand I never brought. So when it's gone, it's gone. These are going to be like exclusive skull coasters. I used this white off-white color for the background of that yellow lilies painting, yarn painting I did. And I don't know where I would get more of that yarn, so I'll have to shop and re-find a nice off-white yarn and brand I like. I really don't want to have to buy yarn online. I want to see if I can at least try to find some in person. And probably when I'm shopping for the mana, whatever plant. When I gotta get my colors for the bluey rug. I promised my son. I need you to move, shake, drop, put your hands up. Come on. Yikes. Sta girando l'amore, ni strampancia shantaya, ni amana hase. The Angel Prayer. I had to play that song like a few times the last few days. Now we're getting to the middle. It's going to be very tight. All right, we're almost done with the butter. Boom. Okay. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. Okay, okay, okay. Let's get this shit lit. All right, need my shit today, not tomorrow. Need that shit. All right, all right. I know it's gonna be alright. Be alright. Okay. 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 Hmm. I have no idea what I should do. This one looks the most like syrup. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. Yeah, yeah. This is what I'm going to do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is going to be a new game of chicken. Why? Why are you not straight? Huh? You need to be straight. What's good? We're playing yarn chicken now. We got this much yellow yarn, and I'm just gonna finish the block, and then I'm gonna do like a white strip. Then that's just gonna be syrup. I'm calling it. It'll look fine because the other ones are too dark. Does Sean ever come out randomly? Uh, Probably something. It's probably always a trigger. Because sometimes if I know I'm gonna say a certain word, I gotta say it like how Sean would say it, like screet, street, screet, street. Or there was one I said earlier, I can't remember. I hope this is straight. I hope it's straight. Probably straight is what I was trying to say earlier in the live. Or what I already had said, you know. You know what Sean talking about, man. It ain't gotta be that deep. I'm on my tippy toes, like I'm not even sitting. I'm like a perched bird, like an owl. Come on. Get with it, get with it, get with it, get with it, get with it. Tippy toes to the end. Okay. We got a blocks to fill in now. Yes, literally like a bird. Give my toes a break because I'm gonna have to walk on my toes anyway because of this heel, bro. It's looking better. About 3 times I've applied the frankincense and lavender. Fuzzies. The yarn really be going so fast. You'd be like, oh, she pulled it, but she made a mess. It's about to be ate up. Just wait. Yeah, I'm low-key trying to go fast with it too. What the heck? This would be an excellent project if I could finish up the yellow. I know we playing yarn chicken, but we're gonna see how much I got left. Hopefully none. I don't want to keep saving like little strands. Yeah, so the goal with this frame, we keep some type of momentum section by section. Would be like finishing this like ideally within a week or a week and a half. It would be super cool if I could finish the frame before March, because then that'd be more content I could make and post. Um, then I'd have more stuff because right now I only have like 3 things I finished for February, but I want to show all of my stuff. Like if I could show this frame too, that'd be cool. There's gonna be a drying process, so realistically, it might just be the waffle rug being done in a timely manner, and then by March the headbands will be done. The headbands, they need to be clipped. Excuse me. They have to be like clipped um with like clothespins to make sure the glue adheres to like the felt and fabric that I'm going to be putting on it. Make it give it a clean finish, that stuff neat. Because the glue will just it'll be on, but then the product or the felt might migrate off of it. So I'm gonna need to try a new process. Sorry. I'm trying to just go up and down, chat. I'm tired of winding the corner, the butter corner. This is gonna be some fluffy butter, lol. If you know, you know. It's gonna look so fluffy. I need to go on a walk and see if I can find some pine cones. Not pine cones, pine needles. Because then they're like seeing a recipe of how you can make your own like pine saw or all-purpose cleaner. But you gotta let it sit for 2 weeks. I need more bigger mason jars. I have small ones. See, look, yarn chicken activated. This is the last area I'm gonna be adding it, so I can pack it deep. I'm gonna try to do that. Um, anyways. Put the intention out there. The energy, it just feels like it's gonna be a good day though. I don't know. I always gotta believe good news is on the way. You just never know. That type of optimism. Yeah. I got in a corner, so I'm gonna just re put this back in. All right, where shall we restart? Because we got some new thread. Let's start over here. Gotta make the butter corner. The crystal shop was hiring. I'm like, that'd be kind of cool. I don't know how well I can make the hours work. I have a lot of work over there right now in that area. So I'm like, I'm always like looking at stuff like that. Well, if I could do this, then I could go over here and I could do this too. Always trying to connect the dots. As soon as I smelled the paleo though, I was like, okay, we in the right space. We in the right area. That Paleo Santos. Paleo. Paleo Santos. As soon as I smelled that, I was actually mad. I don't know if I told y'all this coinky dink, but Saturday when we went to that crystal shop, I was saying to myself, I need Florida water, which I didn't find. They don't sell it. And I really want to find like a dream catcher. They had an entire dream catcher workshop, but I was in class. I had a class in the morning and then we went to the crystal shop. So I would have anyway missed half of the workshop. I'm like, I could have made my own dream catcher. What the heck? I'm gonna just be old about it. I'm gonna do everything to not have to use Facebook or Instagram to find out about events and shit. Fuck it. Can you send me an email? Then maybe I'll seem old. And they'll be like, oh yeah, sure, let's send you an email about what we got going on. Cool. I'm not trying to be on there. It just felt like negative energy. And then trying to engage with boomers and soft people. How do I explain it? Like just sensitive. Should not be allowed to have internet access, people. Well, this is probably why this happened. Then it starts a whole thing. It's always been like a weird energy logging on to Facebook. I don't know why it's so cold now. I know my client gonna be saying that tomorrow. It's too cold. Yes, it really be too cold. We went on a walk our last visit. What time is it? 9:20. Yeah, I'm back on my tippy toes. 9:26. Thank you for the likes. All right, something like that. We're getting real close to the middle. I'm gonna try to cut both at the same time. Both ends. That's pretty close. We won yarn chicken. I can already see. We don't need any more yellow. I got a little triangle here to fill in. It's not gonna take much. So now I gotta figure out an even smaller project to use this yellow on. I'm not gonna be able to overstuff it. But I pretty much use this yellow to the end of time. I thought about this too. Making like scrap beanies. Right now I make beanies. They're just for a little bit smaller heads. They fit my locks if you don't mind a tighter fit. But I have a 40 needle. I need to get like a 48 needle with the hats right now. So right now I want to continue making hats because now the cold snap came back. But to use up this scrap, I'm gonna have too much yellow. It'd be kind of cool to make a scrap hat with all of like the little real tiny balls, but how can I make the colors be cohesive? Because that's my thing. My favorite thing is picking out the colors and how the colors match, the color palettes. The color palettes is what I really enjoy. I'm like, what's gonna go with this yellow? Because that would be kind of a cute little beanie. I already have an idea to make a hat in the midst of me working on this frame. The hats I can make in an hour. That's pretty cool. You can make a hat. I can make a hat in an hour. And then the finishing touches, maybe another 30 minutes. Pom poms, tying the ends, like that stuff. Give me an hour and a half, and I can make either a hat or a scarf. I got a gray idea. I know it's another gray beanie, but it's gonna be mixing up some colors. So I just finished the butter. We got a white layer we're gonna add because there's gonna be some white um shading we need to do. See, look, I got all of this yellow left. Actually is a pretty good amount. I don't need any more yellow. This cute little roll has lasted me a very long time, several projects. Okay, next up, now I'm gonna add like a white border, and that's gonna go quick. There's like some highlights that are white. Eventually I might do those at night tonight. I need to start sprinkling in the newsletter, prepping for that. I have the art, most of the art ready to go. But next month we got our yoga and wine workshop. So like our one of our first workshops of the year. It was a continuation, the winter craft club. The last one, if anyone signs up, is this Saturday. It's the 28th, I believe. Um, we were doing the winter craft club from November, so technically. But our first event I'm hosting is going to be the yoga and wine. It's on a Thursday in March. I need to make sure the newsletters go out March 1st so then people can see what we got going on. I'm going to be sprinkling that in. We got I already have art for the yoga and wine. I made like a little flyer that I can reuse because I put all of the dates on there for the whole year. What is this like? And then I just made one for the Reiki teacher training yesterday. I posted of like a montage. I'm gonna just start doing that as filler videos, but it'll still be like kind of cool to see the process of how I design my flyers. I'm gonna be designing all of my flyers. I don't want to pay for PicMonkey. I did that for like several years. I don't want to pay for Canva. I'm gonna use Procreate on my iPad, and I'm gonna just start drawing all of my art. So which I already do. But now I'm gonna start incorporating it with the yoga business. I did a Reiki flyer. We have 2 trainings in April every Friday. We're gonna do Friday trainings. I used to do like Saturdays. We changed it to Sundays, but I'm gonna try Friday evenings and see if that works with people's schedules. So I want to start advertising for that. April, every Friday in April, the 4 first Fridays will be a workshop or a training. Level 1 is going to be on the first weekend, level 2, second weekend, level 3 is the master one, third weekend. And then the fourth Friday will be like sound healing and crystal integration. So you can learn how to incorporate like singing bowls, tuning forks, kingshas, rain sticks, kalimbas, pong drums, and then crystals into a Reiki session for your Reiki clients. That's like a extra curriculum I like to offer. That's the fourth Friday. And those trainings will be going on in April and October. I just finished the art for that. So you can like screenshot it and save it for the whole year, you know. You don't have to be like, oh, there's a new flyer I gotta try to remember to keep track of. Nope, everything's right there. Or I got it on the newsletter and you straight. You straight. Let's see what this. I need to check this really quick. Where did I put this? Then we're just gonna go in with this caramely color. I don't even know how to explain it. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Last up, we're gonna do this. Then this will look like syrup. I'm actually surprised. I'm surprised threader didn't fall and become invisible. Oh, this is going to be a pain. All of this, besides this tan is a different brand. The rest of the yarn sitting over here is all, I love this yarn. Knock on wood, I don't love this yarn. It's too loose. This white is a part of that brand I don't like. This is where the Hobby Lobby yarn I have to get. Just a little too loose. The yellow was nice and thick, you know. I don't know if that makes sense. It stays in my chamber. It doesn't just loosely slide out, you know. I'm looking for my scissors. And a little scrap piece here. But we're going to make the rest of this like look like syrup. And then that's how I'm going to combine the colors. And we'll have something going on. I have no idea, bro. You just gonna pray it works. Yes, sir. Do, 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 do. Yes, sir. Your body. See, already trying to slide out. I don't even got it threaded. Just, it just look flimsy. 9:24, we gonna finish. We're just doing the stick of butter today and we're gonna stop in the time. I use this same color, yeah, for the stars in the last headband I did. Okay, we gotta do the outline. We gotta focus up. It's the last kind of big area, and then I'm gonna show y'all what we accomplished today. I gotta check my emails after this. That's an ongoing thing always. Always emails coming in. And then I'm gonna pick up lunch early. The place we go to where I'm gonna get lunch because I'm not gonna have time to make it at home. So I got a noon class. I'm gonna pick lunch up before I pick up my son, so he can get some food. Actually, give us a little extra time to eat, so I gotta go earlier. That's what I'm gonna end the live if I can at 10, but I don't think it's gonna take me till 10. I think it'll take me to like 9:45. Give me 10 minutes. 35 right now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's trying to double punch some holes. So we gotta just be more careful. Mm-mm. The birds are outside. That's my reminder. Is to slow down when I hear the birds. What do I need to be present for? My tippy toes, my calves. I got training tomorrow. Training at the gym. I can't be walking in there. That is crazy. We are almost there. Just with the outline. That's how long that took. Okay, brown, caramely outline complete. I'm just going back. Stretch my legs, bro. This is crazy. 9:38. Ugh. Okay. The back and forth technique. Then we need to hurry this up. Be done. But I'm gonna be glad. I always be glad with what I get accomplished during the live. I'm gonna be glad I got this butter done because I was thinking about this last night. This would have been way too much to try to do. It would have took me till 11. I finished and it was like 9:50 something last night. I finished the headband. I'm like, all of this right here, you already saw it took an hour. It would have took us to 11. And I knew I had a busy morning, busy day. I be liking it though when it's like an adventure. I don't know how to explain it. Okay, I gotta do something new. But I like to give myself time and I'm not rushed. You know what I mean? Then I can enjoy the experience, the adventure I'm on and not I don't like stressful adventures. Always trying to take my time. I had to pick my husband up from work. And that's something I typically don't do because he drives himself. I dropped him off this morning. So that adventure. I'm going to check the chat in a moment. I really want to get this done. So I'm going to try to keep the conversation going as I struggle with this yarn. This is actually a nice color for eggs. Thinking of making some egg coasters. I definitely want to make blueberry coasters because I got some more of the, you see in the corner here, this blue of this headband right here. It's like a denim color. I got another roll of that, which should be enough for another like mouse pad. That'd be cute. A blueberry mouse pad. Trying to think of the yarn I have, you know. Or that could be filler space on the next frame. I want to make a large rug though. 2 large rugs for one frame. So I gotta see what supplies I got. I gotta pee. I feel like I gotta pee again. What's up? I'm doing good, Rico. How are you? We're trying to finish this butter, then I'm gonna be logging off. I'm not gonna finish by 9:45. Yikes. We're gonna finish before 10, not 9:45. And now I gotta pee again. So I'm really trying to hurry. We're making a waffle rug. I'm gonna look around though and see what I have at least before I have to buy more yarn of what I can make on my next frame. Because I'm gonna have some free space. Okay. This is a hot mess. I can't see anything going on over there. I just want it filled in. But it low-key match, and I think I like this outcome. Now I see it's filled in some more. Low-key like this. This is my syrup color. I can't have anything else using this shade besides syrup. Otherwise the shading won't make sense. So that's why I really had to be choosy with how I wanted my colors to go. I'm going to stay with one color and use it up per sitting. That's how the next few lives are going to go. Oh, I'm not going to be able to go live tomorrow. I got a morning client at the time I'm going live. So my schedule tentatively is going to be like, so I'm going to need to make another little flyer to post on here. It's gonna be Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So I won't be live tomorrow, which is okay. And I'll do work on some other stuff if I can't go live. I would just be going live. It would be a chit chat. I wouldn't be home making stuff. Yikes. Zoinks. The fuck is going on? All right. We only need a little bit more. 43. We might make it. 2 minutes. That'd be crazy if we did. Punch the clock. Head ass. Come on. I'm only on YouTube now. YouTube and TikTok because I ain't gonna try to rebuild all of that. That's crazy. How easy it is. How quickly things can just be taken. I'm not on Facebook or Instagram. So that was the update of today's live. So make sure you tell your friends and family where they can find me. Looking for art. All right. Last little section. I'm not looking up at the clock. We're almost there. Punch, 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 punch. You ever punch so much you go cross-eyed? I'm gonna be thinking about that all day, Berserk. You always make fire art. Those are like the compliments that be sticking with me for the whole day. And I don't think people be realizing that. They really be sticking with me. I found you all. I follow you here, bro. It's gonna make me cry. That's why I'm a Pisces, bro. Water sign. I'm a water sign. Can't hide that. It'd be the littlest things. Okay, I'm done. Legs need a break. Oh my gosh. Then I gotta go pee. Ugh. Hang on. Hang in there. Oh, I had to pee like no other, bro. Okay. Yeah. We did the butter. Ta-da! Okay, I had to pee. Hopefully you see that. That's what the front looked like. A stick of butter. Yes, butter makes everything better. So it looks like a little cake on top. It looks really cute though, honestly. It's coming out really nice. We'll show more of it Wednesday. So I won't be live Tuesday. I'll be live Wednesday, y'all. Make sure to like and subscribe. I will see y'all here Wednesday. I'm putting together some other little clips and we may go back to doing like long form videos. So be on the lookout for that. With that, I'll see you later.